Hello, happy Tuesday! I'm going to do video responses a little out of order today. So we'll start with Katie. I'm totally down to see Star Wars on Sunday if that's what you want to do. I can come to the airport with you if you want, or I'm also cool to just meet you, so yeah, I'm good with whatever. I love that you had to do some math to figure out how old you're going to be turning on your birthday. A couple weeks ago when I was hanging out with David and Matt, we'd gone out to eat, and our waitress said she was only 21, even though she looked like she was way older than that. So we were talking about how old we are, and I was saying that in 6 months I'm going to be turning 25, which is halfway to 50, which feels pretty old. David, total bummer about the Story Slam thing. We'll have to pay better attention to the scheduling next time we're all going to be together, and maybe something will work out. David, I totally agree with you that 21 Pilots puts on an amazing show. Katie seemed really into having you do a review of their performance at Red Rocks, and I don't think you ever really did it, so I'm going to do one. Long story short, it was amazing. For an overall rating, on a scale of 1 to 10, where 10 is like one of the most awesome things I had ever seen, I think I would give it like a 9.6. 0.1 of that loss comes from the fact that they didn't play my favorite song, and the remaining 3/10 comes from the fact that I saw 3 piles of puke before the show even started. I don't really like that, but the rest of it was great. Here's a few videos for your viewing pleasure. Sorry especially if the sound quality sucks. It was incredibly loud, which makes it really great when you're there, but phone cameras just don't do it justice. So the next one shows how incredibly talented Josh is on the drums, and also the way that they do the lighting is always coordinated so well, and I find that crazy impressive. A lot of people probably don't even realize it, but I like it a lot. That voice there at the end was this guy Ryan that I met. I love that it was in there before I stopped recording. The end of this one shows like a little view of the venue, which as you can tell is pretty small, so it makes sense that the tickets sold out so quickly. All I need is you wouldn't wish you I would. But it's fine, don't gotta lose a shot. Oh, 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 I'm falling, so I'm taking my time. I'm falling, so I'm taking my time on my I looked up a few videos from their performance at Red Rocks that you went to, David. It all looked pretty much the same, like I'm sure that they set it up the same and they programmed the lights and the music and all that stuff, but I just think that this one had a little more audience participation because the venue was so small, so that was nice. So yeah, that right there was a platform that they just pulled up from right in front of the stage that has a drum kit attached to it, and they put it out in the audience, and audience members hold it up, and then he got on it and played. They did that twice during the show, during that drum sequence, and then at the very end, during the encore, they both came out with a single drum, and they did the same drumming thing that I think they did at Red Rocks for their final song, Trees. So yeah, but their confetti cannons go off, and they're blowing all over the place, and then they're pounding on these drums. It was awesome. I thought that I was videoing that part, and it turns out I was not, so I don't have a video of that, which sucks. And I also didn't get a very good picture. But I met this girl Erica, and she gave me this one. So I ended up in this little group of like 4 people who turns out we were all there on our own, and we started talking about how we got tickets, and a couple people were like, yeah, the website had crashed and it kept kicking them out and all this stuff and it couldn't work. And for a couple of them, that's why they came alone, is because they could only end up getting 1 ticket. But I know at least 2 of the people I talked to got their tickets on Craigslist, and the guy, Ryan, he spent $150 on his ticket. Mine cost like 50 something, by the way, which was like an $11 service charge, so the ticket itself was like 30 some bucks. Anyway, another girl that I was talking to paid $250 for her ticket. So people really like 21 Pilots. Basically, the whole thing was incredible. I'd really love to see them perform again. Unfortunately, I think they're mostly going to be playing at really big venues now because they're so popular, and it's just not quite the same. Obviously, I've only been to them at a small venue, but I just feel like now if I went to a bigger one, it might not be as good. But it would probably still be awesome. Well, that's all for me. It's a super snowy day here, so I think I'm gonna go make some cookies and probably read and, I don't know, watch TV. Do other snowy day type things. But I will see you all soon.
Ready? Yep. That's pretty good.
You launched it?
Yeah.